Welcome to the deep dive. Now, if you're looking to give your social media profiles a bit of a lift, you might want to check out a site called rapidboost.net. But today, we're really getting into something that, well, a lot of Instagram Reels creators struggle with. Actually getting views. You put in all this
Mhm.
effort, right? And sometimes it feels like nothing.
Yeah, like shouting into the void sometimes. It can be frustrating.
Totally. So, our mission today is to kind of crack the code on Reels growth, focusing specifically on hashtags.
Hashtags. Definitely key, but so often misunderstood.
Exactly. We want to figure out how to pick the right ones and use some real tactics to actually, boost your reel's reach.
Sounds good. And they're much more than just labels, really. They're fundamental for discoverability.
Okay, let's unpack that. Why are hashtags so important for reel's growth? What's the core reason?
Well, simply put, Instagram uses them to index your reels,
Hmm.
to categorize them. So when someone searches for a hashtag, or even follows one, Instagram knows which reels to show them. So using the right hashtags means people who don't follow you can find your stuff.
So it's basically the main way to reach outside your existing followers.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
That's a key insight. Hashtags are your primary path to reaching beyond your current audience.
It's a little search engine inside Instagram. Hashtags are the keywords.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And it's not just direct search either. You know the Explore page?
Oh, yeah. The holy grail for reach.
Exactly. Well, hashtag relevance plays a big part in what Instagram recommends there, too. The algorithm is actively looking at the tags you use.
So just throwing up a bunch of really popular generic tags like hashtag fun or whatever,
Yeah.
that's not going to work.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
The algorithm's smarter than that. It looks at how specific your tags are, how popular they are, sure, but critically, how relevant they are to what's actually in your reel. A smart mix, like some niche ones and some slightly broader ones, that sends a much better signal.
Hmm.
So key insight, balance those niche and popular tags. That helps the algorithm favor you.
Interesting. A strategic blend, then. What happens if you just, sprinkle hashtags randomly
Yeah.
without much thought?
Yeah, that can actually backfire. It can confuse Instagram about what your reel is about.
Okay.
And it can confuse potential viewers, too. If the tags don't match the content, it just feels off.
Yeah.
Targeted tags build that connection. So remember, random hashtags confuse, targeted ones connect.
Right. Yeah, okay, so we get why they matter. Let's talk about the what. Are there different types of hashtags we should be thinking about for Reels?
Yeah, definitely. It helps to break them down into, say, four main types. First up, you've got niche-specific hashtags.
Okay.
These are really unique to your industry, your interest, your specific audience. So think like hashtag minimalist decor if you're into home style, or maybe hashtag book review reel for book lovers.
Super targeted. Got it. Niche tags connect you with that core audience. What's next?
Then there are trending hashtags. These are the timely ones, linked to events, maybe popular challenges, like hashtag Oscars 2024 or something seasonal, like hashtag spring nails.
Ah, the ones that blow up for a bit.
Exactly. They can get you in front of a huge audience, potentially. But the competition is usually intense.
High risk, high reward, maybe. Trending tags offer big reach, but yeah, loads of competition.
You got it. Next are location-based hashtags. Super useful if you're a local creator or a local business,
Make sense?
like hashtag lemon coffee shops or hashtag NY cardists, something like that. Location tags are all about targeting local viewers.
Perfect for anything geographically specific. Okay, and the last type.
And finally, community hashtags. These are tags that are really popular within specific groups, often quite passionate ones. Think hashtag moms on Instagram or hashtag writers in reels.
Ah, finding your tribe?
Pretty much. They're great for building a really loyal, engaged viewership. Community tags help foster that loyalty.
Okay, so a real mix to play with. Now, what about numbers? Is there any data on how many hashtags we should actually use on a reel? Like a magic number?
It's interesting, actually. Some research suggests that using somewhere around, say, 6 to 11 hashtags tends to get the best engagement on reels.
Oh, really? Not like stuffing it with 30.
Well, Later did a study, for example, and found that reels with exactly 9 hashtags got about 2.5 times more reach than ones with none.
9. That's quite specific. So aim for maybe 6 to 11 for peak engagement. That seems to be the sweet spot.
Yeah, seems that way, even though Instagram lets you use up to 30.
Right, the limit's 30. So is there any point using more if they're all genuinely relevant? Or does it just look spammy?
It can start to look spammy.
Yeah.
And just filling all 30 slots doesn't automatically mean better results. It really comes back to careful selection being more important than just sheer quantity. Quality over quantity, definitely. Strategic choice beats just stuffing them in.
Okay. And what about those absolutely massive tags? like hashtag love or hashtag Instagood, the ones with billions of posts. Are they worth using at all?
Honestly, probably not.
Yeah.
Your reel is just going to get completely buried in that volume. It's like a whisper in a hurricane.
Right. Instantly lost.
Exactly. The advice is usually to target hashtags with maybe, say, 10,000 posts up to around 500,000. That seems to be a much better range for actually getting discovered.
Ah, the mid-range.
Yeah.
Not too big, not too small. Target those mid-range tags, 10K to 500K posts. Makes sense.
Yeah. Big enough for some eyeballs, but small enough you might actually stand out. And obviously stay away from any tags that have been flagged or banned as spam. That's
Yeah.
crucial.
Got it. Avoid spammy tags. So, we know the types. We have some numbers. How do we actually build a good hashtag strategy for Reels? What are the steps?
Right. This is where it gets practical. It's really about using data, experimenting a bit, and optimizing as you go. The very first step has to be doing some solid hashtag research.
Okay, where do we start with that? Just type things into Instagram search?
That's a great starting point, yeah. Use the search bar, type in potential hashtags, and look at the number of posts. That immediately tells you how popular it is.
Yeah.
And remember that mix we talked about. Aim for maybe 2-3 high popularity ones, like 200K to a million posts. Then maybe 3-5 medium ones, 50K to 200K, and definitely 2-4 of those niche specific ones under 50K.
So building a balanced portfolio right from the research stage. What else?
It's also super valuable to look at what successful creators in your niche are doing. Check out their reels that are doing well. See what hashtags they're using.
Spy on the competition.
Well, analyze. Don't just copy blindly, obviously, but look for patterns. Maybe you'll spot some tags they aren't using that could be good for you. Find the gaps.
Smart. Find opportunities.
Exactly. And don't forget there are hashtag research tools out there too. Things like Flick, Hashtagify, Later.
Yeah.
They can suggest relevant tags and even help track performance later on.
Okay, tools can help. So research is the foundation. What's next in building the strategy?
Step 2 is all about staying super relevant and specific. Sounds basic, but it's so important. Every single hashtag needs to directly relate to the content of that specific reel.
Right. No tagging hashtag foodie on your cat video.
Precisely. It just doesn't help. You want to connect with the right audience. And
Yeah.
get granular. Remember that DIY candle example?
Yeah.
Instead of just hashtag DIY, maybe use hashtag DIY candles, hashtag craft reels, hashtag home decor DIY, and if it fits, hashtag eco-friendly crafts. Layering that context.
Better targeting. I like it. Okay, now back to the numbers again. We know 30 is the max. 611 seems optimal for engagement. How do we strike that balance?
That's step 3. Balance quality and quantity. You can use 30, but like we said, engagement often peaks lower, maybe 8 to 12 for reels.
Yeah.
Test it out. See what works for your content and audience.
So experiment a bit.
Yeah, but definitely avoid hashtag stuffing, where the caption, the first comment is just this giant block of tags. It doesn't look great.
Right, it should feel natural, curated, not like spam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the last key part of building the strategy is to refresh and rotate your hashtags. Don't just use the exact same list on every single reel.
Oh, why not? If they work.
Well, Instagram's algorithm can sometimes see that as a bit repetitive. It might even limit your reach slightly. There's talk of potential shadow banning, though that's a murky area. Basically, consistently using the same set isn't always ideal.
Okay, so mix it up. How often should we refresh them?
Maybe aim to update your main sets every few weeks or so. Bring in new trending ones, try different niche tags, ditch the ones that aren't performing. Keep it dynamic.
An ongoing process then. Research, apply, refine, repeat. Okay, that covers the basics. Are there any advanced tactics to really push reel reach further?
Oh yeah, definitely. Once you've got those foundations solid, you can layer on some more advanced stuff. One really powerful one is using branded hashtags.
Like creating your own.
Exactly. Create a unique tag for your brand, or even just for you personally, like hashtag Jane Doe's Fitness or hashtag Awesome Art Adventures. Encourage your audience to use it too.
Oh, okay. What does that do?
It helps build a community around your content, makes it easy to find user-generated stuff related to you. Great for brand building.
Cool. I like that. Fosters community. What else?
Another one is to ride timely trends strategically. We mentioned trending tags earlier. If there's a big event, a popular challenge, even a relevant meme hashtag like hashtag summer vibes or a dance trend, if it genuinely fits your reel's content, jump on it.
But it has to fit naturally, right? Not just forced in.
Absolutely. Authenticity is key. Don't shoehorn it in. You can also actively join or even create hashtag challenges.
Ooh, starting your own challenge.
Yeah. Participating in existing ones, like maybe hashtag creative cooking challenge or starting your own, can really broaden your exposure. It boosts your chances of hitting that explore page.
That could be really engaging. Okay, what else?
A more tactical thing. Experiment with where you put your hashtags. Most people put them in the caption,
Yeah, I usually see them there.
but some people put them in the very first comment instead. There's no definitive proof one is way better for Reels, honestly. So try both. See what feels right for you. Maybe keeps your caption looking cleaner.
Interesting. Worth testing. Personal preference, maybe.
Could be. And finally, and this loops back, but it's so important, analyze, adjust, repeat. Keep checking your Instagram insights. See which hashtags are actually bringing in views, especially for people who don't follow you yet.
Find the winners.
Exactly. Identify those high performers and lean into them. Refine your strategy based on that data. It's a constant feedback loop.
Okay, that makes sense. Continuous improvement. Now, on the flip side, what are the big mistakes? The common hashtag traps we need to avoid.
Good question. There are definitely a few common pitfalls. One is just hashtag overkill,
Yeah.
using all 30 tags just because you can. Like we said, it can look spammy and doesn't guarantee more reach.
Restraint is good. Quality over quantity again.
Absolutely. Another huge one is using irrelevant tags. Tagging hashtag travel photography on your baking reel. It makes no sense. It confuses the algorithm and annoys users if they find it. Stay relevant.
Keep it focused. Got it. What else?
Ignoring your analytics. This is a big missed opportunity. You can't just set and forget your hashtag strategy. You have to look at the data, see what's working, what's not, and adapt.
Let the data guide you. Makes total sense. Any other red flags?
Yes, and this is important. Be really careful about using banned or shadow ban hashtags. Some tags get flagged by Instagram, maybe for spam or inappropriate content. Using them can seriously tank your reel's visibility.
Yikes. How do you know if a tag is banned?
There are some online tools, like IQ Hashtags is one that can help you check. It's worth doing a quick check if you're unsure about a tag, especially a less common one.
Good tip. Check for problematic tags. Okay, this is all great
okay.
theory. To make it really stick, do you have any real-world examples, like case studies where good hashtagging made a real difference?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a small local bakery. They started using a mix. Hashtag London Bakery for location, hashtag sourdough starter for their niche, and maybe hashtag East London food for the local community vibe.
Okay.
One reel they did showing off a new croissant went from their usual maybe 500 views up to over 18,000 in about a week. And they found something like 75% of those views were from non-followers.
Wow. That's huge reach from hashtags.
Exactly. Or think about a fitness instructor. She was using really broad tags at first, like hashtag fitness motivation, hashtag workout. Pretty generic.
Yeah, loads of competition there.
Right. She switched to much more specific ones for her audience, hashtag postpartum fitness journey, hashtag home workouts for moms, hashtag quick HIT. Her engagement on Reels went up nearly 60% in just a couple of weeks.
Because she was reaching the right people.
Precisely. One more, a book reviewer. He started using his own branded tag, hashtag reading with Robert, plus discovery tags like hashtag new book releases 2024, and a community one, hashtag bookstagrammer.
Uh-huh.
One of his review reels took off, hit the Explore page, and his follower count grew by nearly 30% afterwards.
That's the dream, hitting explore. These examples really show the power of getting specific and strategic. Okay, so for everyone listening, let's make this super practical. What's the step-by-step action plan they can use, like, right now?
Okay, here's a plan. First, audit your current hashtags. Look back at your recent reels. Which tags are you using? Are they relevant? Are they too broad? Are some maybe underperforming? Get a clear picture.
Hashtag spring cleaning. I like it.
Exactly. Step 2, find those niche gems. Use Instagram search, maybe those tools we mentioned, to find medium popular specific tags. Remember that 10K to 200K post range. Look for gold in there.
Hunt for those less crowded corners.
You got it. Step 3, combine and create your sets. For each reel, build that mix. Maybe 2-3 broader tags, 3-5 really targeted niche ones, and 2-4 branded or challenge tags if they fit, and tailor the mix to each specific reel's content.
Keep it fresh and relevant to the actual video.
Absolutely. Step 4, crucial. Track, evaluate, iterate, post the reel, then watch those insights. Which tags are bringing in the non-follower views? Identify your winners and adjust your golden set for next time.
The continuous improvement loop.
It really is. And one final step. Engage with your hashtag communities. Don't just tag and run. Go look at other reels using the same key hashtags. Like them. Leave genuine comments. Be part of the conversation. Instagram likes that.
Right, as social media, be social, don't just broadcast.
Exactly. It's not just about the tags themselves, but being active in those spaces. That's really the key takeaway.
Yeah.
A good Reels hashtag strategy isn't a one-off task. It's ongoing. Needs data, creativity, and real engagement.
So bringing it all together then, it's super clear that hashtags, when you use them smartly with strategy, are just massive for Instagram Reels growth.
Huge.
It's about that balance, isn't it? Smart research, using a good variety of relevant tags, and always tweaking based on what the data tells you.
Yep. Embrace those specific niche tags, keep an eye on relevant trends, and pay close attention to your analytics.
It's definitely an evolving thing, kind of an art and a science, rewarding creativity, but also discipline.
Well said.
So the challenge to you listening is take this stuff, apply it to your next reel, start tracking, see what happens, refine your approach. The Instagram stage is definitely set. And using hashtags strategically, that can really help you claim your spot.